Hello, dear one. My name is Naniya from Love and Freedom Life Strategies. I'm a health and life coach. I was letting Dingo out in our front yard to go pee. That's where we have a long line to let him go out and explore the front yard and do his business. And in the exact moment that I let him out the door, hooked onto his lead, the fabric in his collar that holds the metal ring that was attached to the lead, the fabric let go. It broke. His collar has been slowly falling apart. And also on the other side of the road, there was a man walking his dog. Dingo realized quickly that he was free, and he took off to meet this other dog. Now, to be fair, he jumped on the dog. He was growling, or they were growling. I'm not sure. I couldn't completely tell who was doing what. The owner of the dog, the man, he started yelling at me. He was very angry with me, and he was telling me what I needed to do in a very angry way. It was unpleasant, and it left me with lots of feelings that I had to work to let go of. It also made me begin to wonder, how often do I jump to conclusions instead of assuming the best of another, whether they be a stranger or someone very close to me? Instead of assuming the best, I jump to conclusions about what is going on. I react, I get angry, I'm impatient. Yes, this was my dog. Yes, he was seemingly aggressive towards another dog. Yes, in one sense it was my fault. And actually, I really can understand why this man was upset and reacting. And on the other hand, the fabric on his collar had broken. I try really hard to be a responsible dog owner because I know that Dingo is so attracted to other dogs that he will not stay in our yard when he sees one, which puts him at risk, which puts possibly other people at risk, a car coming by at risk. We don't ever let him out without being on his lead. We don't ever do that. Not on purpose. What's going on in other people's lives that I don't know anything about, when they're behaving a certain way, when they're making certain choices, when they're emoting in a way that is unpleasant or uncomfortable for me? Even this man, what else was going on in his life? What had happened in his home just before he left to walk the dog? What had happened at work that day? What was going on inside of his mind? And then he's shocked and surprised by my dog running at him. Assume the best. Let's assume the best of each other. Strangers, and sometimes even more difficult, those who are very, very close to us. When one of my kids is freaking out, assume the best, and that what they actually need from me, I'm speaking for myself, is gentleness. To respond with gentleness and compassion instead of making any assumptions. Let's try to practice this together. This is a tough one, but it also works hand in hand with what we've talked about before, the magic pause, practicing stop. When I notice that my stress response is turned on, to say stop and to just breathe for a second. What's going on for me? So that I can respond instead of react. So that I have a chance to think, assume the best, and respond with gentleness and compassion. Thank you for being with me today and listening to my story. Let's continue to learn and grow and practice together. Peace to you.